There is no complex crime of arson with homicide. In the instance in the people of the Philippines versus Malingan, they held that there is no complex crime of arson with homicide because the crime of arson absorbs the resultant death of each and a separate crime altogether. In cases where both burning and death occurs, in order to determine the crime or crimes that was perpetrated, whether arson, murder, or arson and homicide, or arson and murder. It is a de rigueur to ascertain the main objective of the male factor.
If the main objective is the burning of the building or edifice, but death results by reason or on the occasion of arson, the crime is simply arson, and the resulting homicide is absurd. If, on the other hand, the main objective is to kill a particular person, but fire resorted to as the means to accomplish such goal, the crime committed is murder only. Lastly, if the main objective likewise is to kill a particular person, and the offender has already done so, but fire is resorted to as the means to cover up the killing, then there are two separate and distinct crimes committed: homicide or murder and arson.
There is no complex arson because, for the example, in the instance of the arson, where the death result under the law, Article 320 of the Destructive Arson of the Revised Penal Code as amended by the Republic Act 7659, it automatically observed the case of homicide. Under Republic Act 7659, it states that if the consequence of the commission of any of the act penalized under this article, death result, the mandatory penalty of the death shall be imposed.
It is declared policy of the state to maintain peace and order, protect life, liberty, and property, and promote the general welfare essential for the enjoyment by all the people of the blessings of democracy. Article 2, Section 5 of the Philippine Constitution. Moreover, it recognizes the responsibility of the state to strengthen government capability armed towards the strengthening of the delivery of basic services to the citizenry, though the institutionalization of highly efficient and competent fire and jail services.
So, it is provided for under Republic Act number 6975, otherwise known as the Department of the Interior and Local Government Act 1990, that the task of fire protection and jail management and penology shall be the responsibility of the Bureau of Fire Protection and the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. It is therefore recognized that the uniformed personnel and of the BFP and the BGMP as a member of the uniformed service of the government under the Department of the Interior Local Government are required the same amount of sacrifice, service, and dedication, like their counterpart for PNP and the AFP, to carry out their respective duties to the extent of risking their lives and limbs. Towards these ends, the state shall provide for the professionalization and restructuring of the BFP and BGMP by upgrading the level of qualifications of their uniform personnel and standardizing their base pay, retirement, and other benefits, making it at par with those of the PNP and the AFP.
So fire triangle. Fire triangle is the simple model or representation of these three elements of fire. So as we can see in the triangle, we have three corners. So these three corners represents the three elements of fire. So what are the three elements of fire? First is fuel, second is oxygen or oxidizer, and last is the heat.
So when you say about fuel, it talks about the gas, gasoline, kerosene, or any liquid materials that compose of gas that we call the fuel. So when we say about heat, it talks about anything or weapon that can we use to establish fire, like a lighter, and the third one is oxygen.
So when these three elements combine together, it will result to fire or combustion, or the existence of the chemical chain reaction as the fourth element of the theory called fire tetrahedron.
When we lose about this one, so we cannot establish fires.
I see your monsters, I see